First, you have to write the 4-bit triple carry counter can be designed with the 4 T flip-flops, 4 T flip-flops, okay, which are connected to one another successively, okay. And how the 4-bit triple carry counter is designed? Just to look at the figure, okay. We have the common input as the clock here. What we are setting the reset, that's the clear. We are sending the clear. This is what the clock. This is what the T flip flop 1, T flip flop 2, T flip flop 3, 2, T flip flop 3. Okay. This have the clock as the input and the clear as the another input as the reset purpose. Okay, the output of this T flip flop is what the Q0. That's the output. Okay, we'll get the Q as the output. This Q is to be feeded back to the next T flip flop as the input. And even the clear also will be sending the this as the another input. Output of the second flip flop will be Q1, and the input to this as the output as given as the input to the next T flip flop. And similarly, we are sending the input here, the clear as in another input, and also output of this one third flip flop is given back to the as the input to the fourth T flip flop. Okay, we have to instantiate it as the T flip flop 0, T flip flop 1, T flip flop 2, T flip flop 3. Like this, we'll have the 3 input. Okay, the 4 T flip flops. T flip flop itself is designed with the help of what the 4 D flip flop and also okay, D flip flop and also 1 inverter. Okay, D flip flop itself is designed with the help of the 3 latches, 3 SR latches. Okay, 3 SR latches. We already seen the how to design, what are the inputs and what are the outputs for the each and every design. We are doing we are applying the top-down approach. Top-down approach means what we are designing the first main macro level, then only we'll give the middle level, that is the leaf level. Okay, this is what the 4-bit triple counter. Start writing the program for this one as the module. Module name can be 4-bit triple counter. Okay, what are the outputs for this one as the Q is the only one output, that is the Q, and the inputs for this one is the clock and the clear are the 2 inputs. Clock and clear as the 2 inputs. You should have to identify. Okay, then you make the separate as the input and also output also. Okay, input are which are the inputs? Clock and clear are the 2 inputs. Clock and clear are the 2 inputs. Okay, and the output is what the Q is the output, that is in the form of what the vector form because of the 4 bits forms. Okay, then the Q as the output. And also start writing the design. First as the first consider the T flip flop 1. Okay, instantiated with the T flip flop with the TFF 1, TFF not as the identify the what are the inputs for this first input output. First you have to identify output. Sorry, Q naught is the output. Just you write the Q naught. How to write Q naught? Q of 0, and the inputs for this one is the clock and the clear as the 2 inputs. Clock and the clear as the 2 inputs. Okay, then next consider the T flip flop instantiated as the T flip flop 1. Q as the input for this one is the Q naught. Sorry, Q naught. Yes, output is what the Q1. Output is Q1. Then you have to identify the inputs. Input is what the Q naught as the input. Another input is what the clear is the common input. Okay, clear is the common. Similarly, write that remaining 3 also. Okay, input output of this for second, third T flip flop is what the Q2. Okay, input for this one is the Q1 and the clear. Okay, like this you have to write the. I should have to ability to identify the what are the inputs and what are the outputs. Okay, T flip flop 3. Okay, output of this one is what the Q3, and input for this one is what the Q2 and the clear. Okay, then next you write the end module. This is what the module. Okay, this is what the Verilog code for the only the 4-bit triple counter. This 4-bit triple counter is designed with the 4 T flip flop. That's what we instantiated 4 times here, 4 times. Then we will think about writing the next is what the T flip flop. T flip flop itself designed with the help of for the one D flip flop and another one is for the inverter. As already we have the design of the digital design system for the T flip flop as the one inverter, another one is the D flip flop. Try to write the Verilog code for the D flip flop. First, I am repeating to this. Shall I erase this one? Okay. Write the program here. Write the program here. I am designing the T flip flop now. T flip flop is designed as with the help of for the one D flip flop. Okay, as the input as the D here, output is what the Q is here. Output is Q, and also this output itself is given back to as the feedback to the as the input with through what the one inverter. Okay, and also we have the one input as the what the this what the clear a clock. Clock. This is what the clear. Okay, this is what the input is. This one is what the what is this input? What is this input? Just to see there. Okay. Then D itself. Okay, we are giving the output of this one as the feedback here. This is what the Q is here. This is what the Q bar. Yes, no. This is what here the Q is the. The Q bar. The output of the D flip flop is what the Q. Output of the Q D flip flop is Q. The input are what are those? Clock and the clear are the two inputs. D is also one more input, but it is feedback as the and also output of the inverter is what the Q bar is here. Two outputs are there. One is what the Q and Q bar. But Q is the common output of this D flip flop. Okay, just to identify the shall I write this one? Okay, now I am writing the program for the module. What is that module? T flip flop with the input. What are the output is here? Q input are T module name T flip flop. Okay, D flip flop. Okay, yes, T flip flop itself. T flip flop. Okay, this is what the inputs for this one is what the output is what the Q is here. Input for this one is the clock and the clear. Okay, clock and clear. Next is what the identify the input and output. First input ಏನದ clock and clear. Output is what the input. This is what the feedbacking. We are giving feedback. Only the two inputs we are considering. D is also not considered because we are feedbacking. Okay, we'll see how to write it. Output is what that? Output is the only one, that is what the Q is the output. Then start writing the program. Okay, this is what the body is to be written. D flip flop. You are designing what the D flip flop. Assign D flip flop. D flip flop as the input for this D flip flop. Output is what the Q is here. Input for this one is what the clock and clear. Okay, then next is what the I left with what the one NOT gate is here. Yes, sir. Identify. Then the assign. Write the assign NOT gate is to be written as the inverter. You can also write the. You can give the any name. And the input for this one is what the output for this one is what the Q bar. Q bar adu baribodu. Adara wire ಏನು D ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. Okay, I given the two names here, so don't get confused. Q bar ಬರೆದಿದ್ರೆ D ನು ಬರಿಬಹುದು. Okay, then the input for this one is what the Q. Then this is what the end module. Okay, end module. Just to copy this one. Okay, I have written the separate inverter here. You can also write the here directly as the Q bar also here. Assign D flip flop or okay, Q bar as the Q as the output, Q bar is the input, clock is the one more input. This is also input. Okay, for the D flip flop, clock is also another input. Clear is the another input. Okay, output is what the only one thing is, that is the Q is here. That is just only Q is there. Okay, now we'll design the D flip flop. D flip flop is itself, this is for the edge triggered D flip flop. Okay, this is what the edge triggered D flip flop. That's what we will be designed the D flip flop itself with the help of for the three SR latches. Three SR latches. Latches are the level triggered. But the D flip flop itself is designed with the help of how many SR latches? Three SR latches. Three SR latches. So SR latches to be constructed with the help of for the two NAND gates, which will be given feedback to each other. So that is, shall I erase this one? Okay, completely I am erasing this one just to see. Okay, shall I erase this? But okay, now to be designed the our SR latch. SR latch. Sorry, D flip flop will be designed with the help of for the with three SR latches. Three SR latches. How to design this one is what the I need the three NAND gates, two NAND gates here. Okay, we will be giving the feedback to each other, and also one more NAND SR latch I need here, means what the okay, then start designing this one, three SR latches, so that I am connecting to each other. Okay, I am connecting these to what the feedback is to be given. Okay, one another each other, just to put the all the one another each other, giving the input as the feedback, just to make the sure of having the output as the input. This one, this input as the output, output as the input to the earlier one, and also similarly you write the SR latches as the output to the input. Okay, this is what the SR latches. Okay, three SR latches are there. Okay, how to construct, just to write down this much, three SR latches are there. Okay, three SR latches to be written. Okay, this is the output of this as what the we'll see, or we'll write that one on now. Okay, next is what the we have to interconnect each other, all these. Okay, first one is to be connected is this one as the first SR latch, SR latch with the output of the second SR latch. Okay, just to make the first SR latch with the second SR latch. This output second SR latch then marti input ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದೀಯಾ. First one ಆಯ್ತಾ? Over. Next, these two connected. Okay, these two be connected to each other. Okay, first and the second. First and the second. First and the second. Okay, first and the second. This second flip flop, first NAND gate to be connected to each other. Next, this second with the third NAND gate. This is the third NAND gate. Okay, and also input is to be given as the D is here, just to make sure of having the interconnection these two, and also interconnection these two. Aita. Next is what the another one is what the interconnection from this one, output as this one. Okay, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಸುಶೀಲ್ ಬರ್ಕೋರಿ, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೋರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇದು. separate ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಬರ್ಕೋರಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ. If you come to know how to write this and this one, then it becomes very easy. Okay, next is what the I am sending the input. Okay, I am sending the input here throughout the clear, throughout the one of the inverter. Another one of the inverter is to be sent as the D is here. Okay, one more input is to be sent toward the second one, clock, and this is what the clear. This is what the D is here, clock, clear. Okay, now we will come to know how to design the second SR latch, that is to be given feed to the input to the third, and also this is to be given as the input to the output of the first latch. First SR latch is given to the input to the third latch, and also output of this second latch is given to the input to the and also I have the interconnection between these two also. Interconnection between these two also. Then take the input from there is as given to the second NAND gate, and also we given the feedback here, feedback to each other. This is what the Q, this is what the Q bar. This is what the designing of the D flip flop with the help of the 3 SR latches. Okay, you have to identify the output. Okay, just to identify the output as this is what the Q bar, S bar, sorry, S bar. This is what the S is there. This is what the Q R is there. This is what the R bar. S bar, R bar. Okay, Q bar. Okay. Inverter. Okay, bar is nothing but the inverter. Just to identify the how many inputs are there. These 3 are the inputs here, and also these 2 are the outputs here. These we call them as what the wires. Interconnection between the gate to gate, them called them as what the wires. Then start writing the program. Okay, model name is to be what model edge model edge triggered D flip flop as the output are what are those Q and Q bar, and the inputs are what are those clear, clock, and the D. Clear, clock, and D are the outputs. Okay, inputs. Then identify the input and output separately. Input, what are those inputs? Clock, clear, and D are the inputs, and the output are what are those? Q and the Q bar as the output here, and also these we call them as the wires. We define the wires. Wires ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಬರೀ ವೈರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಕೀವರ್ಡ್. ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದ? ವೈರ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ವೈರ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಎಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಎಸ್ ಬಾರ್, ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ okay, next is what the you have to write the S bar. This is the output S bar, and S R bar, Q bar the output ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಈಗ assign S bar equals to this is what the we can say is what the clear, C bar as the clear bar. Okay, C bar. Here also you write the clear bar. Clock as the clock bar. CLK bar. Clock bar. Clear as the C bar. Okay, just to write the first clear C bar. Clear. Sorry, assign C bar equals to inverter of the clock. Inverter of the clock. Just to write the inverter as what are the inverter? As the inverter, this is the symbol for the inverter, logical inverter. What is the input for the inverter? Clear. Okay, next assign. Okay, assign S bar. Come to S bar. Assign S bar. What are the inputs for the S bar? C bar and the one more D. Yes, R bar. This is the C bar is going the input. Okay, this C bar is going to input to the S bar because the S bar is given as the output here. This is S bar and the input. Okay, this is the output for the S bar. S bar is output of the C bar is the input. Okay, then the S bar is the input. S bar is the input to the S bar and the output is what the S bar. S bar ಏನದ output ತಗೋಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ input ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ S bar S and the one more input is what the R bar. First you find the input. What is the S bar output for this one? S bar is what the NAND gate is there. NAND gate is there. NAND gate ಏನಂತ ಬರಿತೀಯ and with the not and with the not and inputs have ಇದಕ್ಕ input ಒಂದು R bar ಅದ. Another input is what is that? S is the input. S ಮತ್ತ R ಎರಡು ಬರೀರಿ. S ಮತ್ತ and R bar ಅದರ್ಲಿ R bar ಓದ್ತದ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ R bar ಹೊಂಟದಿಲ್ಲ input. Okay, just to identify the R bar. R bar. What is this one? NAND gate is there. Just to put the inverter here. Inverter. Just to put the inverter here. Next is what the S. Come to the S. Come to the S. S is the output here. Input to this gate is what the NAND gate is what the C bar is the one input. C bar is the one input. Another input is what the from the here. R bar is the another input. R bar is the another input. R bar is the another input. And also clock is also one more input. Clock is the input. Clock is the input. Okay, R bar and the clock are the two inputs. Only S is the output here. Okay, just to write the assign what is that output is this one? ಯಾವುದು ಬರೆಯೋದದ S ಬರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Just to write the S equals to S bar. S equals to ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಕ್ಕ S ಗೆ 1 2. Another input is coming from the okay, first you write the R bar ಬರ್ತಿದೆ input. S bar, C bar, clock. S bar as the input. Just to write the S bar. ಕಾಣಿಸಲಾಗ್ಯದ ಮುಂದೆ ಕುಂದ್ರಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಕೂಡಬಾರ್ದು ನೀವು ಕಾಣಿಸಲಾಗ್ಯದಕ್ಕ ಮುಂದೆ ಕುಂತ್ರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದ. ಸದಾಶಿವ್ S equals to input ಏನದ ಸಾರಿ S bar ಆಗ್ಯದ ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ S ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೆಯದ. S ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಅದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದದ ಅಂತ. S equals to ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನೇನದ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಒಂದು C bar ಅದ, ಇದು NAND ಅದ NAND ಹಾಕ್ರಿ. C bar ಅದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ C bar and C bar with the and another input for this one is what the clock. CLK bar. Okay, clock is there. Clock is coming here, no? Input. Clock is coming from here. And the C bar is coming from here. And the S bar is coming from here. Three inputs are there for this NAND gate. One is what the C bar, S bar and clock. C bar, clock, and what the one more is what is that? C bar, S bar. Okay, correct. S bar. ನಾ ಇಂದ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಕ್ ನ ಬರ್ದಾನೆ. ಸಿ ಬಾರ್ ಅದ, ಸಿ ಬಾರ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಯಾವ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಸಿ ಬಾರ್ ಅದ, ಎಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಅದ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ಹೊಂಟದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ, ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ಹೊಂಟದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಆರ್. ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನದ, ಆರ್ ಏನದ, ಎಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಒನ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್, another input is what is that, r bar. R bar is one more input and clock is also another input. Just to write the r equals to ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು ಇವು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅದ, ನ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗೇಟ್ ಅವ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಇದು ಇನ್ವರ್ಟರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನೇನದ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಯಾವ್ದದ, ಎಸ್ ಅದ, ಎಸ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಎಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ another input is what is that, clock bar, CL bar, clock. Okay, next is what the another input is what is that, R bar. R bar is the another input, R bar. Okay, next is what the, come to the Q and Q bar, come to the Q and Q bar. Q gain the input only the S and the another is what the Q bar. Okay, this is what the NAND gate, it's also NAND gate, just to put the NAND here. Okay, input what are those, S and the Q, S and Q. Okay, next is what is the Q bar. Q bar is what is that, R is there, another input is from the Q and R, C bar. C bar is coming here. This is what the Q is the one more input. Okay, S is the one input. Another one input is what the Q bar is the one input for this one, Q. This is what the Q bar. And also similarly for the Q bar is the input, so NAND, it's NAND gate, just to put the negation here. And also output input are what are those, Q. Q is the input here. Q is the input for this one. Another one is the R is the another input, just to make the AND with the R, with the AND, another AND with the C bar. C bar, it should come the C bar. I might given the input as the wrong here. As it is coming, is to be connected to what the C bar. C bar, where is the C bar? C bar is to be connected here. Oh yes, C bar. This is what the connection is I made. No, this one should come to connect with the this one only. Okay, okay, this one. Okay, this is to be jumped here and also connected to each other, so that it's what the Q, R and C bar as the connections. Okay, this is what the end module. End module. Correct ada? Correct ada. Okay, this is what the first level, we call them as the writing of the program. This is what the first level. Writing of this is design is the called the second level. So that I used what the 2 times assign keyword. One is for the these 4 levels, 4 level, and also another assign keyword is what the second level assign keyword. Okay, these 4 levels, 1 keyword. Another these 2 levels, 1 more keyword I have written here. This is what the programming, writing the program. Okay, the writing of the stimulus is very similar to what the all types of another type of programming model also. Okay, as you already studied the writing of the stimulus in the gate level modeling for the counter. Similar, the same stimulus can also be used for this writing also for the gate data flow model also. Okay, just to copy the figure program there, whatever I written. Barkondi, Prabhudev, mugidad kati exhausted. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಲ್ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನ 40 ವರ್ಷದ 60 ವರ್ಷ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದ ಲೈಫ್. Okay, by this we completed the third module. Okay, but the few students were absent for the solving the question. Okay, for the B section I have not covered the B section or A section I have not covered the questions. Okay, okay, take the question as the what would be the output of the following? What would be the output of the following? what would be the output of the following